Sweet, sweet. All right, what's up, guys? I am live, and I'm about to set up a new board. Snap! I left my trucks and stuff outside. Hold up, 1 second. Let's go get that real quick. Let's see. So I've been skating my warped old deck. It's an Isles deck that I've been skating for a little second, and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. But essentially, I'm about to set up a new board and skate that tomorrow for a tiny bit. I'll say I get some sleep, so it shouldn't be too long, but it might take me a minute to set this up. What's up, cuz? All right, so I'm gonna show you. If I flip this camera, so from like right here, it looks pretty normal, but when you get like mad close down, stay out like this, you see that my board is kind of lopsided, like kind of twisted off to the right. So like if you also look at my trucks, you'll see that my trucks are lopsided too. And the crazy thing about that is that this board was a lot worse like earlier this morning, but on my lunch break, I decided to basically sit my car on top of the center of the board to try to flatten it out some, and it got a lot better. I wish I took a picture of how bad it was beforehand. I just couldn't continue to skate my freedom board anymore. It was too chipped up, and I was giving myself splinters and stuff like that. So yeah, I had to stop skating that board. But if you guys check here out, I'm not going to skate this board. This board's getting hung up. I'm going to skate this Mariah Duran Meow deck. I believe they use the same distributors as Zero. It's definitely made in Mexico, and for some reason, I've been liking the Mexican wood for skateboard decks as of late. It feels a lot like the Zero deck I have, just a little bit more mellow. And honestly, I was looking for Christiana Means deck, and then I forgot that Mariah Duran actually still skated for Meow. I thought she got picked up by another company. So I was so hyped to see that this board was a thing. So I'm going to set this board up, and I'm going to do a special little grip thing with it as well. So I got her professional deck. I got some Cloud9 grit tape that I'm going to cut up and split apart, and I'll show you guys a little bit more as I sit down and do that stuff. And yeah, that's about it. That's what we're going to do. I would play some music during this, but I know like YouTube, just like Instagram and a couple other places get like real picky on like what you use in your videos and stuff like that, and I'm not really trying to get copyrighted, especially during a live. That would kind of just suck. I'm also trying to see if I could find the video on my iPad so I know what you guys are saying when I do flip the camera around, so you guys can get a little bit of a better, like a little bit better quality as you guys are watching. Me set up, and then it's just easier for me to have the camera sideways like this. Let's see. At least I thought I could find myself like this. I don't know if it works that way. I don't know if it works like a regular live. And if it doesn't, that kind of sucks. Oh, nope, here we go. Found it. Cool. So yeah, I can see you guys' messages now. You check me right here. So yeah, that's a bet. We're about to get to setting up this board, and yeah, dude, I'm hyped. Actually, as tired as I am. Let's see. I should have it aimed pretty decent. Hopefully I'm in there right. I'm only setting it up on the floor because grit tape shavings are so annoying to clean. Let's see. Got my swig. Got the old deck. Got a shaver. Super important. And we got blade. We got grit tape. So yeah, let's get to it. Man. Man. I guess a quick little life update. For anybody who knows, not that long ago, I messed up around the arch of my foot landing primo off of a kickflip off of a kicker, in which I don't think I still have that video up anymore, but if I do, you can find it in my YouTube short specifically. I don't think I have it up anywhere else. But I'm finally back from that injury. I also had a wrist injury that happened months prior to that one, that I went to the doctor and finally figured out that my wrist isn't fractured, but my bones are like pushing against each other and like kind of on top of one another. Like this bone is on top of the first set of bones that reach your hand. So like I have to go for a couple of treatments to get that like stretched and then not necessarily rehab but like strengthened essentially. So that's gonna be a little fun, but at least I didn't break nothing or fracture anything. Also, I was a dummy when I got this board and I let my grip tape continuously rub against the top here, so I hope that doesn't end up being a problem in the future. It made chip easier though, so I got to accept that that's a thing. But as far as grip tape, so cool thing with Cloud9, I got this like World Peace grip that I actually really like. It's pretty cool in my personal opinion, but I'm not gonna use the whole thing. So I got this World Peace grip with a regular sheet of black grip because what I'm gonna do, hopefully this makes sense, is I'm gonna use the one with the earth on it in the center of the black sheet, and that's gonna be today's setup. So basically with the next setup, I'll be using the peace sign and the yin yang, and the black sheet of grip will go in the center, so it'll be like the inverse of this. So we're about to go ahead and get that done. Hopefully I can cut correctly, and that's gonna be today's setup. Actually, this shouldn't even be that hard of a setup to do. I just gotta watch how I cut. Alright. That was not a straight cut. See what I'm saying? But the important piece is that at least I have straight edges for the rest of the future setup, you know what I'm saying? So I could use this straight edge, I could use that straight edge and put the black grip in between, which the black grip may not be straight. But we'll figure that out in the future. Alright, that's one side. Get in the center here. I'm just gonna full send it. Can't be perfect. Actually, this side actually didn't come out as bad as the other side did. Alright, so we got our centerpiece. Sweet. So I got the peace sign. Or I could do the yin yang by itself. That would be kind of dope too. But I'm gonna do the earth by itself. I think that would be just dope. And then I have the peace sign here, which I want to go figure out a little bit more about who drew it and everything. So I can kind of get them a shout out in the future. But probably should have did that before I started this video. Anywho, we're chilling, we're vibing. We gonna make it work regardless. Actually, I just thought about something. I could play music beds music in the video. We'll do that later. PS Sticks is the best. Oh man, dude, Yellowstone is pretty wicked actually. Like, I kind of want to leave this showing the Meow like skateboard logo, but at the same time, I mean, it's gonna get covered up this time, unfortunately. But yeah, game plan is I'm gonna put it dead center like this. Have the earth facing me. Do I want to do that? Nah, I'm gonna cover it. Gonna have the earth facing me like so, and then put the black sheets over the edges. I think this should come out pretty solid. So we're gonna start with just cleanly putting this one down. Also, I've gotten very rusty with setting up boards because I actually don't set up boards as much as I used to. Anybody who knew me in like 2016 through 2018, y'all know that I used to work at Vans, and my Vans store had a pro shop, and I was always setting up people's boards. Like, I was the main person that set up your board. If you ever came to Vans Perimeter, Vans 370, shout out the 370 gang. I don't even know if any of the homies still work there. I think my friend Willow might still work there, but outside of her, I don't think anybody else still works there. But that was probably one of the best places I've ever worked. It was hella fun. I got to stay connected with skateboarding, even though I didn't get to skate every day. Well, technically I did because I rode public transportation, so I skated to and from work. And I don't know, it was a dope little scene that we had going on there. So yeah, alright, we got that sheet, that piece on there. the interesting part is going to be getting the black sheets on here, because technically I didn't cut this straight on either side, and I could go back over and trim it, but that's a lot of work and I'm not going to do all that. So there might be some jagged edges in here somewhere or whatever, but you know, sometimes it is what it is. I feel like I should straighten up the cuts a bit though. Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna be a hard ass. I'm gonna try to. Because I do want this to come out as straight as possible, so here we go. This is what I should have did to try it in the first place, but we're kind of new at doing brick tape designs, guys. So if you guys couldn't tell from the way I started this video, now you know. Oh, damn. It's gonna be kind of a shit job, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ugh, yeah, this is gonna be kind of bad. And it doesn't help because I'm like focused but not focused. Let's see. Anything new with you guys? Anything, y'all learn any tricks? Y'all getting new kicks? Anything of that nature? What's going on? What's going on in the life of my viewers right now? Because I promise you guys ain't nothing new. Oh, matter of fact, something is new, actually. The next couple of videos, well, first off, tomorrow we got a video at 2 p.m. I'm trying this new schedule, so I'm going to upload on Sundays at 2 p.m. every single Sunday, going forward until I can't keep it up anymore, or until I can do more promised uploads. Hopefully it's the latter. And today, and this isn't going to be tomorrow's video, but maybe I'll make a video on it at some point to see how many I can get in a session. But today, I finally landed a super clean nollie flip, which was randomly caught by the homie Jesus. Shout out Jesus. And I got 3 switch flips. But the thing with the switch flips were, and I haven't landed a switch flip since 2018, I want to say. Whenever, I have a video of me like shirtless and actually skinny on the channel. Also, I'm not doing this to the other side. This is actually help to make happen, but I already started and it already looks kind of bad, so I'm going to try to finish it on one side. But I did a switch flip on my Instagram at JSkateDay, if you guys want to follow, if you're not already following. And that switch flip was the first switch flip I ever landed, and literally on camera and everything. And I only did one other switch flip that same year, and it happened the day after, and I never landed a switch flip again until today, which is really, really dope, because when I tell you, it kind of came out of, it didn't come out of nowhere, because I know nollie flips and switch flips kind of work on one another, so I already had that understanding. But when I tell you, like, it was almost as good as that first switch flip I landed, I was hyped. I was honestly hyped. Switch flip is a trick I have to actually work on for real in order to get down pack and make look as good as you guys' tricks and stuff, but you know, I was hyped to get it anyway. And as you guys may have known from one of the last videos I uploaded, I think it is the last video I uploaded, but yeah, if you guys know from the last video I uploaded, I just recently learned nollie flips, and when I first learned switch flips, I thought it would translate to nollie flip, and it did not. But it's interesting how it works the other way around, and I'm able to nollie flip and switch flip now. I don't think I have both on lock, but I understand what I need to do when I'm doing certain things wrong. So I will say that I definitely learned them, versus like when I first did my first switch flip, it was kind of like I landed it, but I didn't quite understand what I was doing wrong beforehand and what I ended up doing right in order to land. But this time, I totally get it. And that's sick. And to learn something new in skateboarding at 25 is pretty damn dope. Not like I'm like hella old or anything, but you know, it's for what I normally do. I don't feel like I put myself in a position to learn something new too often. So when I do learn something new, it's incredible. Oh, snap. Dang, there's a lot of messages in here. Do I need to start skating again? Yes, please. Hop back into the skate scene. I know a lot of people say skateboarding is dying, but I say, only if you really think about it that way. Skateboarding's hella fun, but let me see. Let's see. I love the Pan-African flag colors around the edges. Yes, I'm pretty certain that this was for a foundation. I cut through it. Guys. So I'm really not shit. But this is for. All right. So here's what we have here. It's for a nonprofit. So let me read what we got. Sorry for my terrible reading, guys. I'm so tired. But we're gonna make it happen. Concrete Jungle Foundation. This is a nonprofit organization that builds skate parks and runs youth programs for underserved communities around the world. In 2020, we built the Freedom Skate Park in Kingston, Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica. So that's what the colors are right here. And the design of the grip tape was made by Islaham Beckford, one of the local skaters at the park. Part of the proceeds from this grip goes to the running youth programs at the skate park. Thank you for helping us plant the positive seeds of skateboarding. I think I did a good job. I don't know if you guys seen this right. But yeah, like, dude, that's sick. So, more reasons to love. I told you guys, I love Cloud9 grip tape. It's probably the one grip tape company I can legitimately say I probably won't stop skating until they stop making grip tape. And I swear by them. They're the best grip tape company. I don't know what you've been told is the best grip tape company or whatever. It ain't Cloud9, I promise you. I skated a lot of different grips in my day, in my 10 years of skateboarding, and none of them match up to Cloud9. Although I've been skating Cloud9 for I think the last 7, or maybe it's the last 6. I'd have to talk to Kyle. Either way, if you guys don't know, I love this grip tape a lot, a whole lot, and there's not many other grip tape companies I would say I would rather skate. I think the only company I would for real skate, like if I had to stop skating Cloud9 grip tape right now, which, oh my gosh, that would be one sad day. But if I, in this very moment, had to stop skating Cloud9 grip tape and I had to pick up a new grip tape company or a different grip tape company, first off, I don't think any other grip tape company makes a grip tape the way Cloud9 does, like with designs and stuff. And I've said it before in other videos, I'm a huge fan of like grip tape designs and stuff like that. But if I had to pick like another brand that everybody knows of or something of that nature, I guess it's core to skateboarding, it would have to be Shake-Jun. They would be the only other grip tape company I would like say I would skate no matter what. And I've skated Shake-Jun in the past. Like if you look really deep in my videos, you'll find the edit that is no longer monetized, and I think is only available in certain countries right now, but you could find it still pretty easily actually. It's not that far back. I'll give you guys a hint. This edit was made in, I believe, 2015. Or it could be 2017. Somewhere between 2015 and 2017 this edit was made. I was skating a pair of blue S's, and that's the last of the tip I will give you for this. In that edit, I was skating purple Shake-Jun grip in an all-white fit, and I actually really like that Shake-Jun grip. Let's see. Are you going to do grip over the... Are you going to do clear grip over... Oh, no. I'm actually not going to use clear grip this time. Hopefully I get some clear grip in the mail soon. Sorry, guys. This is going to suck for your ears. Don't judge me. Not going to do clear grip over this one. At some point I will do another clear grip art design. I also want to make a cruiser setup. So at some point I may ask you guys to send in like pictures or whatever, and I'll grab a whole bunch of stickers and I'll put together grip some type of artwork or something like that. Probably for 5K. That'd be awesome to do for 5K. To get a cruiser set up, like built from scratch, get some clear grip, and do like a 5K subscriber special. You guys send in your favorite shit, favorite memes, whatever. I put it on the board, we grip that up with clear grip, and then we just have the best clear grip cruiser ever made. That would be dope. Sorry if I'm cursing too much too, you guys let me know in the comments. But yeah, let's see, switch tray is easier for me. Actually, I can form switch trays really well right now. I just don't commit to them. I don't know if it's because like I don't actually feel like I'll land it for real or not, but I've definitely fully rotated switch trays and everything. I just do not know for the life of me how to actually commit to that trick. I've done nollie tray before though. It's not the cleanest one I've ever landed. It's not one of the cleanest tricks I've ever landed on film, but I definitely have done nollie tray before as well. So that's pretty dope. I am missing some of these comments there. I have you guys right here so I can pay attention because my phone is like facing the other way. I wish I could show you guys. But let's see. Where in the US do you live? West Coast? Yes, I am in West Coast now. I'm in Arizona now, actually, guys. Beforehand, I was in Georgia for a fat long minute. Really grew up in Georgia, and I just really wanted to get closer to Cali. I got a job opportunity out here, so I was like, all right, Arizona's not that far away from Cali, so I took it, and now we're here. Let's see. Actually, Busting Girl, Gooseneck bolts. Oh, I do have some new bolts for this. It's Hardy's Hardware, so I'm gonna grab that and not use the old bolts as well. Let's see. Also, I live in UK where it's freezing cold and raining all the time, and no indoor. I'm sorry, dude. Oh man, I always thought the UK was cool. What about not lot 6? Is that called lot 6? It's like some covered up spot in London, right? It has like a ledge. It's like ramp drop thing and all that stuff. Is that not there? Am I thinking of something else? That whatever. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that place is fire. Bay 66. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That place looks fire. Although it looks kind of like sketchy too. Like some undesirable characters might pull up and check you. Or is that what happens out there for real? Like I hate to go that far, but you know, like I've heard that people get checked out there a lot. It's kind of scary. South Bank in London. What's up, Jordan? Ah, man. Also, I am sorry that you haven't been able to skate. Like, how long are you off from your injury? Because I know that pain. Being injured while skateboarding, or being a skater sucks. And I think that's one of my biggest fears, that, like, eventually I'll be able to, like, take YouTube serious and, like, solely make my money off of YouTube. And that I'll get, like, literally biggest fear. And I think it's honestly, like, wild to think this way. And I know a lot of people say, like, you know, logically it could happen, but also it's very wild to think that way, especially when I'm nowhere near living off of YouTube. Like, I'm not even at a point where YouTube gets me a sandwich. But like, my biggest fear is, like, making enough money to actually live off of YouTube and skating, and then getting, like, folded for like a year, which I pray and hope never ever happens to me, because being out for like 6 months to a year, I've had happen a lot. Well, not a lot. I've had happen enough, which has been twice in my skate life, and I don't want to go through that again. Especially not when, like, I'm eventually living off of YouTube, because then technically I wouldn't be able to live off of YouTube. I'd have to probably pick up something, or maybe I would, because, you know, I'd still find some way to make content. I want to do, like, live stream games with you guys, but also I kind of don't really like gaming like that anymore, which is kind of crazy for me to say, because I used to be all about games. Let's see. The rain just... Yeah, I did hear it rains a lot out there. Funny enough, I cover... At my job, I cover SLR. I think you may know what that is, actually. It's rugby. Super League Rugby? Yeah, Super League Rugby. Because I also cover NRL, but I know NRL's in Australia and New Zealand. But I cover SLR as well. So I've been seeing a lot of, like, what your weather like is in the UK. And I swear, every rugby match I've ran, it's, like, gloomy if it's not already dark outside. Like, if the sun's out, it's gloomy. And I don't know, I feel like I'd be depressed. I hope you're not depressed out there in the UK, bro. Because, honestly, UK seems really, really sick. And I actually have a decent amount of viewers out there, which surprised me when I looked into that. And thanks for watching my videos too. Living all the way out there in the UK. Hopefully one day I can come out there and meet you and get a session and all that good stuff. But, like, I don't know. I've seen a lot with the UK, and it seems like not like a bad place to go. It just seems like it's always raining there, dude. Like you said. Rugby is huge yeah, dude. It's huge there and Australia. And I became a huge fan of rugby. Unfortunately, like, I do slightly like the NRL just a little bit more. Those NRL Broncos, man. I'm a big fan of the Broncos. And it's mostly because of Reese. and they lost the premiership, or no, I forgot how you term that. But they lost their championship, and I was very annoyed by that because they really had it in their bag, and they just fumbled it to New Zealand. But no, they fumbled it to Penrith, and that kind of blew my mind. Anywho, no depression. Living in London is good vibes. Okay, bet. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm so glad. I saw Chris Chan go out there a couple times, back in the day, and every time he went to Europe, it looked like the best sessions ever. And I one day want to be able to replicate doing what he did in those Adidas like Euro trip days. Cause if I could get like a squad of homies to go out with me to Europe and just like skate around and enjoy like the scenery and stuff like that, which is something I really really love about skateboarding. Skateboarding just gives you the opportunity to just meet different cultures and people, and like you never know who you're hanging out with and talking to and skating with. Like I have a homie that's from Brazil, and I was blown away when he mentioned that because I was like, he doesn't give me like the vibe that he like still lives in Brazil, and that's like still home, and he's just out here like getting clips. Same thing as my friend Gabriel, who I made an edit of him skating the Big Tempe Euro. He's from Mexico, and I don't think he goes back and forth. Like I think he's like here now. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but like that blew my mind too. I was like, dude, I just met you at the park one day. You were super nice. You skate hella good. You always beat me in skate, but like you're the homie. I don't know. Skateboarding has always done that for me, where like I just meet different people all the time, and it's the best experience whenever like I get to like basically just skate with it. People who aren't from here. And that could just be like a different state in the United States. That could be a whole different country. Like I have a good friend of mine named Adrian. He lives in Malaysia. That's insane to me. And I never actually got to physically meet him. But he lives in Malaysia, which is so dope. I don't know, like I've always found stuff like that cool. Which is why another reason why I really, really like doing YouTube. Is just like you get to do the coolest thing on the internet, in my personal opinion. And yeah, it's a lot of sharing your life and, you know, being cringe from time to time, as people would like to say. But at the end of the day, it's always been fun to me. And, like, even outside of skateboarding, I knew I always wanted to do it. Because I watched, like, Ryan Higa, kind of like how Luis Mora did. And I just, you know, you get to meet a lot of people doing this and skateboarding and stuff like that. I'm going on a tangent. But long story short, it's dope that you live in the UK. That's all good vibes. I've had a couple friends go out there and tell me it's cool. Although, like, literally every time I see London, it looks like it's gloomy outside until it's night. But it looks sick, and I still want to visit at some point. And hopefully I can make that happen. Oh, wait, what weather is it like right now in the UK? I just thought about that. Like, are you guys going through... What season are you guys going through? I know you guys have all 4 seasons. Unlike Arizona. It's just summer and not summer here in Arizona. Which, anybody who lives in Arizona that watches this, I mean, you could fact check me on that. But I'm pretty sure it's just summer and not summer here. Early winter now. Okay. So, we're right now in fall. I'd say we're in the later stages of fall right now. Or like maybe mid stages of fall in the United States. So then we'll be taking up that winter weather really soon. I did not leave myself with a lot of black grip left. But that's okay. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be this way anyway. Actually, I'm a really big fan of how this came out. It's not perfect, but I really like how this came out. Sorry guys, headphone warning. Sick. 40 Fahrenheit? That was the high? Oh gosh. I'm sorry. 40 as the high is like a nightmare for me at this point. even when I lived in New York City, I hated, like, well, not New York City. I lived in Brooklyn when I was born and everything. I still hated the cold. Unless I was, like, trying to snowboard or do anything, like, actually fun in the snow. It was always just too cold. And I hated shoveling snow. And I knew from that point that I wasn't going to live anywhere that snowed too much. Because shoveling snow from in front of your car, in front of your house, any of that is the most dead thing ever. So all the homies that live like mad north in the United States or in any of these like super northern places that get like ridiculous amounts of snow, I pray for y'all. Because how do y'all live life on the daily? I know some people just gotta do it. But I'm not some people, man. I won't be doing that. Because, man, that snow stuff, shoveling snow is ridiculous. Especially when it's snowing. And you have to shovel snow out of the way while snow is still falling on you, man. Horror stories. Horror stories. Yeah, the weather's like, oh gosh, the weather's like New York. I'm sorry, dude. I feel like that's horrible. I mean, if you're used to it, then, I mean, I guess not sorry, but, like, right now, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I just, damn. I don't miss wearing bubble coats or anything like that. Oh, this looks sick. I messed up around here because I have grip tape like lifted and I know that's going to be a problem. And that's a problem. I have kind of slipped on my grip taping skills when it comes to using multiple different grips. But we'll make it work. I think I still have to cut more of this. That's the sad part. Because it's lifted. Oh, it's because it's literally on top of the other grip tape. Rookie moves, Jay. Rookie moves. Yep. Yeah. Vans Me 2017 would not be proud of this grip job. Wouldn't necessarily be mad, but he wouldn't be proud either. I was like a grip taping wizard once I realized that grip taping boards actually isn't too bad. And then I kept doing like special grip offers or whatever, which apparently I wasn't supposed to do because it took too much time. I would only do it when it was super slow at work. But like, yeah, I'd be like, oh, what do you want on your board? Like, do you need anything special? You want the grip tape split, whatever? And I would just do that for people. And at first it used to piss my boss off, but then a lot of people kept coming back because of that, so I kind of drove up the business at my van store. And a lot of people would come to my van store versus like going to the shop, which that part I felt bad about because I'm a definite supporter of skate shop, like love. But it was also really dope having people like come to the shop asking for me to grip boards and like do board setups or do a full deck or whatever. Like I would never, like that's one of the things I really miss. I don't get that same like, I don't think I've ever gotten that same like satisfaction from any other job, which is dope. That I got to experience that and, you know, got to love that feeling. Being immersed in skateboarding without being like, you know, without skating. Kia sticks, we'll do small runs of 50 boards. You can do your own graphics. Ooh, that would be sick. I did do my own graphics in the past. Crazy thing about that was one of my friends already had a company, and it just so happened that my company name, it wasn't even really established as a company yet, but the board like company name that I had in store for it was too similar to my friend's board company name, and he was like, yeah, basically, him and his attorney were like, yeah, if you don't, and this is I don't even know what this man does anymore, but at the time, you know, he was just like, yeah, my attorney was like, if you don't change your name or something like that, then yeah, we probably will threaten to sue. And I'm like, damn, dude, I haven't even made a board sale, but all right. Like, I just didn't want that pressure. I didn't really care. Plus, he had already been selling boards way before I started, so I was like, is what it is. So I just kept making my graphics, but I didn't sell them. And it was crazy because I had people hit me up about selling boards. Like, even one of my good friends, Zabre, he had his own board company himself. And he's like, dude, we should do like a board collaboration, which I never followed up on because the people he used to make his graphics wouldn't take my graphic design. It was like too much for them or something like that. And I didn't want him to drop his relationship with his board distributor to use who I was making to make boards. So I just did the whole thing. To then figure out that the guy that was like about to threaten to sue me for making my own boards didn't even make boards anymore. He just stopped. Like, he might still skate though. I don't know. Shout out to him. But like, that was wild. I'll never forget that. Only because it's like, you didn't have to do that to then not make boards at all anymore. Like that was kind of crazy. But yeah, that is the story of that. Either way, I did have some pretty dope graphics that I really thoroughly enjoyed. This is the board setup. I like the fact that we got the world in the middle, got Jamaica's colors here, we got some black grip around it, so it really brings your attention to the colors here. Like, this is dope. This is a dope setup. And it is not warped. Let's go PS Sticks. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go grab my bolts real quick. I'm not gonna change my bushings like I attempted, like I was going to originally. I have some medium bushings by Bones, and I don't really need them because my trucks are fine as they are. So one sec, guys. There we go. So in this very special container, we have hardware. Whose hardware is this? Kevin White's hardware, and this is Hardy's hardware, which I'm super hyped on because one, it's Allen Key hardware. I love Allen Key. It's honestly the best hardware you could have because it's so hard to strip Allen Key hardware versus Phillips, and yeah, that's the main reason. But there's colors, and that's dope. You know, maybe I can differentiate the front from the back and not just rely on the grip tape this time. Wait a minute, did I leave my tool at the skate spot? Wait a minute. Why would I leave the tool at the skate spot? I never took it out. Okay, cool. Here we go. Got the tool. Dude, that would have sucked. Because I was really sitting here thinking like, oh man, what if I left my tool at the skate spot today? Where I landed my nollie flip and my switch flip. Let's see. What we got here. So yeah, open your own skate shop online, run it through YouTube. Cease and desist from a friend, dude. From a friend. It's different when it's somebody you don't know, but from a friend. Like, you know, I figured out later on that he could have let me run that and run his, and it still wouldn't have been a problem because the names are still different. Cease and desist from a friend. Air quotes. I haven't talked to him literally since. It wasn't like I was even mad either. I was pretty chill about it. And we kicked it probably like a couple months after that. And then last time I saw him, he wasn't even skating his own board anymore. And I was just very confused. And I figured out that he wasn't making boards anymore. And then I literally didn't see him after that. So it was just like, I don't know. Good times. And I don't mean that sarcastically either. Like, it's just, like, actually a little sarcastically. I'm not mad at him though. Like, it was just crazy to me because it's like, I don't know what the heck happened to him. Like, there's probably like 2 people in here who actually know who I'm talking about. Or who, when they see this video later on, will know who I'm talking about. And if you do know, let me know if Buddy's like still skating and all that stuff. Because I literally have not heard from this man in forever. Like, I think the last time I heard from him had to be 2018. And I mean, he was doing pretty good when I heard from him last, so I imagine that he's still doing okay. At least I hope. Because I know that whole like 2020 situation ruined a lot of lives. Shoot, I'm still recovering from that. And yeah. So, enough being said about that. Got my bolts out. I was about to pick up my bolts like I was going to reuse these bolts, and I'm not. So, I guess I have extra bolts for anybody who may come in contact with me while we're skating, who may need some bolts, because I normally tend to do these things whenever I'm not using something anymore or whatever. If somebody comes in contact with me who really needs it, I'll try to hook them up with that. Let's see. So that was the front truck I just took apart. That's always the fun part. When you take apart your board, if you take off both of your stuff at the same time, you forget what your front and back is. That is fun. Let's see. Nice square kicks. Yeah. Actually, yeah, this is a little bit more squared off than my house board is, which is gonna be very interesting. And then, oh, dude, I've skated a decent amount of Gilbert Crockett's in my life, and I will say that the Gilbert Crockett's are pretty dope. I like the Kyle Walkers more than the Gilbert Crockett, but the Gilbert Crockett's pretty dope. All right, so these are what the bolts look like. It's like lime green and dark green color, just like as you have on this like little sticker here on the container. So we're gonna do what we will with that. I think on the front I'm gonna use the lime green color, and on the back I'm gonna use the dark green. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So it could be like a light to dark situation. I was gonna just mix them up together, but I think that might actually look ugly. So we're gonna do that lime green to dark green. Alright. Just gonna use this to poke where the hole will be at in general, because this won't actually go all the way through until I hit them on the other side. Sometimes it doesn't even do that when I do that. So I hit them on the other side. I twist this a bit because the angles on this will cut the grip, and then it just stays stuck to here. I got this for like $3 at Lowe's, and honestly, it is one of my favorite purchases of whatever year I bought this in. I don't remember when I got this, but I've had this for a while. I think the most interesting thing was I kind of forgot that I had it. I know I had it back in Georgia. I just I low-key forgot if it was in my bag on the flight. And I was thinking about the whole time. I was like, dang, what if they look at this like this is a weapon? Because technically this is sharp enough to hurt somebody if applied with force. But also so is a spork apparently, because apparently people be getting shanked up with sporks and stuff. I'm going on tangents for no reason. Oh, man. So yeah, alright. Holes are there. Let's see. Here's a name. Here's a name for your board company. All Incomplete. That's kind of sick. I wouldn't take that from you though. That is a sick name though. It's just so funny because like I feel like it has so much irony to it, you know? Dude, imagine if I like, you know, sell boards and all that, like full completes, but like I sell like almost completes. And hear me out, right? Like I sell completes that are missing like one thing to put the thing together. Like you have everything but bearings, and this one has everything but bolts. Just to like troll. That'd be too much of a troll actually. I'd piss people off. I would not make any business. It'd be really funny for the first drop though. I will say that much. Actually, I might have to do a giveaway that way one good time. Like I do like 3 different giveaways, and each one of them is missing one thing in the giveaway. But in that case, like I wouldn't say that they are full completes, because then I just feel like I'd be lying to people, and I don't want to be a dick. Like I want to have fun with it, but I don't want to be a dick. I don't know. Like that's a little overboard, I know. Man, I'm trying to think. Like I originally had a lot to talk about before I started the live, and then it just all flew out my mind. When I tell you, I was like, oh, I'm tired, dude. Sorry, guys. I hate using the excuse that I work overnights, but I definitely work overnights, and I have not slept yet since I came off my shift. I went straight to skating, and now we're up setting up a board for tomorrow's morning sesh, because we gotta do these things. But since I'm off tomorrow, I think I can manage with that, because then I'll just go to sleep like a normal person. Versus like tonight, I would have to be up around the time that I would normally go to sleep if I was just, you know, at home. So like if I were to normally go to sleep at like, let's say 10 o'clock, which, you know, call me old, who cares? Like let's say I go to sleep at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, right? Like normally when I work overnight, I'm definitely up during those times. So like it's a struggle to be up. But also, you know, it comes with the game. Gotta make that money somehow. So then I can be able to buy all my skate parts. I actually really like the way this like cream and black go together. And you know what's crazy? I have a real board setup. I have a real board skateboard deck. It's a Ishan. And it's the same color as these bolts. So, kind of an L, kind of not an L, you know, we'll make it work. What I will do with that setup is I'll use a mostly black grip tape. Because if I do decide to skate that board, I probably won't use both the peace sign and the yin yang sign on it. Just because I want a more plain board for that specific setup, or maybe an April board. That'd be kind of dope. Maybe Deshaun's April board. Just throwing it out there. But yeah, you see how that looks? That's sick. Yeah, I'm glad I made this the nose. This just looks right. And it seems to be on there fairly tight, so I hope that I'm not wrong. Also, I need to tighten up this back one. I can tell that that one's not as flush as the rest of them. Like, the worst thing I hate about setting up a board is when, like, you don't tighten up your bolts all the way and it feels good at the moment, and then the moment you start skating them, then all your stuff is mad loose. That happens to me too much because I don't be paying attention. And that's annoying. But, you know, you live and you learn. I could just punch it through. Oh, wait, I actually punched that one through. I did not mean to punch it through for real. I rather punch it through going the opposite way so then I can, like, get most of the grip tape residue from punching it through on this. But when I punch through upside down, I then have to either cut away from the sides, or I have to find a way to push the excess grip in and then get it shredded against this. Which, actually, this time it worked out pretty decent. Damn. I probably could have just did it that way. Oh, well. Oh, man. Let's see. So it's Robinson's first book. Huh. That's kind of sick. No, I'm not going back out skating today. I wanted to. But I went skating earlier this morning. It was like storming too, which, you know, in Arizona that doesn't really happen too often. So it was storming, and then we skated park garage. Had a good little session. We got my nollie flip, switch flip. I'm gonna keep talking about that because it was something I did not expect to get in the same day. I never expected to get both a nollie flip and a switch flip in the same day, and I did that finally. And I hadn't landed a clean nollie flip. You're gonna see 2 nollie flips I do land in the next video, but they're not clean at all, and I don't land a clean one in that video. But I don't land another clean nollie flip until today. And the funny thing about it is I don't have a YouTube video for real coming out about this. I'll probably just post them as shorts because that's how I filmed them. But yeah, I didn't actually go out planning to film at all today, and then I do 2 of the what I would say are the hardest tricks I've ever done. Mainly because I spent a very long time trying to figure out how to nollie flip and switch flip. And I was able to get them both today, which is dope. And I got a couple switch flips, but there's only one that actually lands in frame. The rest of them I kind of do off camera. I might still post it anyway. Like, I might post one as like a funny short when you like try really long for a trick and then you land it off frame or something like that. And then, yeah, we'll figure something out about that. But, you know, that was my skating for today. Tomorrow, though, we are going to this park called Copper Sky. I'm going to go there, skate until about, like, maybe 10 or so. Come back here, shower, and get prepped because I'm going to do a video with the homie Danny that I did the podcast with. And hopefully, you know, get a video done. Also, dude, look at how, I don't know if you guys can see how warped this is from this angle, but this is really warped. Like, I'm holding it, and it's, like, twisting that way, or twisting this way. I don't know, this is bad. This is a lot worse than I thought it was. And I sat my car on top of the middle to flatten out most of it, which it flattened out most of that. It was a lot more twisted than what that is right there. So, I mean, I guess I did decent, but still, it's kind of jacked that I even allowed it to get that bad. Don't leave your stuff in your car, guys, especially when it's hot. You will learn a very valuable lesson that I just learned. And that board was in the car for a minute. Because I kept wanting to leave my spare in the car, and I didn't want to keep carrying my spares in and out with me. So that was a spare to my Freedom deck, and yeah. My spare got jacked by the heat of the car, and I guess how it was sitting in the car. I don't really understand how it twisted like that. Still, but hey, it's like that sometimes. All right, so now we're putting in the dark green bolts, and then this setup will be done. That thing is ridiculous. I really don't know how it got that bad. I also gotta figure out, like, if I were to stream at least Skater XL, like playing that, I would do that like once a month. Just like mess around with tricks and talk to you guys. But I don't have like a gaming camera. I have a GoPro. Maybe I can hook the GoPro up to the PlayStation and it can cast like that. That'd be dope. If it can, then that would work. Because I had live streams on my channel, like gaming, but you don't see my face. And I feel like, you know, part of my channel experience is having a face-to-face like chat with me here and there, especially when it comes to like shoe reviews and stuff. And I want to incorporate that a little bit more in the vlogs because I know that my vlogs be lacking. And I let a lot of you guys have told me that, you know, I should have a little bit more of an interaction with the viewers, which originally I thought I was doing pretty decent at, but then I learned that, oh yeah, the main difference is that I normally talk to you guys at the end of the video versus like other people have segments during their video where they're talking and everything, and I'm like, dude, how am I just not noticing that? Like, you know, you learn a lot. Also, I did notice one thing about this setup that I don't think it would be a big problem, but it's very interesting now that I'm looking at this. Oh man. You guys know how Venture trucks are shaped perfectly for your you tightening your board to be a nuisance? If you didn't know that, that's what they're set up to do. Cause man, this piece is like perfectly against the axle or whatever, or the hanger. Really, it's the hanger. This piece is like perfectly against the hanger and it just grinds at the hanger. It's so annoying. But if you guys look, my truck ever so slightly starts leaving the nose and tail. There's like a tiny bit of a gap there. I don't think that would be an issue, but this is something I noticed. Which means I'm pretty sure that this board altogether might be slightly shorter than the Isles deck. Yeah, it's slightly shorter than the Isles deck, which that might be kind of interesting. We're gonna see. So that means that the wheelbase may be shorter too. I don't know. Maybe the wheelbase, it looks like the wheelbase is slightly more out, which is also why it looks like my truck is like not connected. Well, no, my truck is definitely not connected all the way to the board. But, I mean, if it's solid on here, it's solid on here. And right now it doesn't like move around or anything like that, so I think we have a win. I think if I were to skate something thin enough, maybe it would cause a problem to the... No, it wouldn't actually, because the bolts are still so far in. I don't know. We're going to leave it how it is, but I am hyped on this setup. So we got the Mariah Duran Meow skateboard deck. I actually am a big fan of what Meow does. They do like sponsor and turn pro a lot of female skaters in the game who are like really pushing skateboarding. So Mariah Duran being one of my absolute favorite female pro skaters next to Christiana Means. Really dope that I have her board, and hopefully one day I get Christiana Means board and I get another Mariah Duran so I can hang those both up. But I had to skate one of my favorite like female skaters pros decks, so I have this. We have the Cloud9 grip tape, black Cloud9 grip, foundation grip here. We have OJ wheels. I'm still skating that the double durometer formula, that 101 to 95 durometer, and honestly I really like it. This wheel, although it was expensive, it has been holding up, and I've been skating it now since June. Yeah, since June I've been skating these wheels, maybe a little bit before that actually. And I took them off one time to go back to Cali just to skate some Spitfires around like Brian Arnett, Sean Brown, Ashley Kelly, all of them. But then I ended up setting these back up as soon as I got home, and I just felt way better on these. So then I've been skating these literally constantly since then. And I tend to skate, give or take, 4 days a week maybe. 3 or 4 days a week, and that's at least for an hour to 3 hours. I know today was more like 4 or 5, but yeah, I've done a lot of rolling around on these wheels, and the fact that they're still at this size and still skate this good, I still power slide really well. I don't get too many flat spots. Like, it feels like a Spitfire, but slightly more improved. I'm hyped on that. Bronson bearings, I've had these bearings for a long time, like even longer than the wheels. I have not cleaned them once. They still roll like a champ. which is insane actually because I don't put oil on them, none of that. I just ride them. So Bronson G3 Raws, I believe they're G3 Raws. And then I have these Venture trucks that are unpolished. These are the Venture Raws. And it's crazy because I don't really see too many of these. But I'm so glad I got these raw Ventures because they are very similar to the raw Thunders I had. So I'm going to also be doing a review on Venture trucks and how I feel about these versus how I feel about the Thunders coming pretty soon. So you guys be on the lookout for that. I am going to put some stickers on the board. It's going to be your normal Cloud9 sticker and a couple other things here and there. But it's going to be mostly a fresh deck. I think I'm just going to throw the Cloud9 sticker on here and maybe one other sticker. I don't know. But I like to have at least one or two on the board. That's it though. This is the full setup. It's been a long time coming because the Freedom deck I skated for a little minute. It's getting pretty chipped up. And I've been wanting to skate a little different shape. The deck skates really good, like it's durable. I just don't know. It's something about the shape that I'm not 100% like sold on. But Freedom decks are pretty awesome and I still like the shop that they come from and everything like that. So I will hopefully be able to do a giveaway using a Freedom deck someday. And then this Isles deck I've had for slightly longer than the Freedom deck. And it doesn't have any chips on it or anything. It just got warped. And I remember when I skated the Freedom deck, I really wanted to skate the Freedom deck with the ASIC Vic NBDs I have because it was a brown and orange shoe. And then that grip has like orange on it. The deck is orange. So I just wanted to kind of do like an all orange thing. And this is when I first hopped back officially on the board. So that's sick. I'm glad I was able to skate that setup and this Owls deck. The Owls decks are normally pretty solid for me. I've skated a few of them, but there's still just that one thing. I don't know. I'm looking for a feeling that I get when I skate a board, and the Owls decks are really good, but it just doesn't give me that feeling like, okay, this is the board I want to stick with. And granted, I could just be skating. It could be just that one deck, and the rest of the decks feel awesome and whatever. But like, I don't know. I'm always looking for a specific feeling when skating a board, and I like to go to my local shops to grab decks. I don't like to order decks online too much, unless it's like a deck that I really, really, really want, and it's most likely something I want to hang up. Then I'll order that online. But all in all, I'm super hyped on this board. I was very, very fortunate and glad to be able to grab this from Cowtown Skate Shop in Tempe. Because they had it. They had a Meow deck. They had Mariah Duran's deck, which was really insane to me because I never thought I'd ever see her deck in person. And now I'm about to skate it and see what's up with Meow decks. And hopefully they're super durable. Hopefully they skate real nice. And if I really, really like the way it skates and the shape and all that stuff, then maybe I'll have some more. It does seem like my trucks seem ever so slightly more inward, and that the nose and tail seem to be ever so slightly shorter. So we'll see how that feels. Because I personally believe that if this is true, and like the nose and tail and the board itself is just ever so slightly shorter, it could work out better for like me dragging my foot around and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just the way I think about things. I normally don't like a super long board, which is why for me, I don't like twin noses. They're just super duper long for me, and it interferes with like tricks like tray flip and stuff. Like I have to do a little bit extra to get my foot out of the way of the full rotation and things like that. But that's just me thinking way too deeply into like the skate product and all that skateboard madness. But I really do like the setup I have right now. It actually feels super light and super nice. This is gonna be really fun looking at flip around and all that, so I'm super hyped on that. Got the dark Hardy's hardware at the bottom, the light ones at the top. Same Hardy's hardware, it's the Kevin White ones, which is dope. And I think that's everything that is on the board. So let me answer the last couple of questions if you guys have any. Let's see, did I miss anything? So let's see. Let's see. I used to always stand my board on its tail when in the room, and that warped it. But putting it on its wheels, it made it went back to normal. Oh, okay. So this is a thing. So the wood just naturally warps like that. Then that's interesting. Because when it was sitting in the trunk, I believe it was sitting like this for a minute by itself, but it was sliding around, so I turned it upside down, and that's probably how it ended up getting warped. Because then it was just sitting like this in the trunk for like days on and weeks on end. So that's probably exactly how that went down, which kind of sucks. Let's see. We don't get heat in the UK that often, but we get y'all do get that rain would do it. Let's see. Looks great for no size, which is awesome because if you've looked at my shorts, I got really bodied on a no slide last probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I still have the swelling on my butt to this day, which is insane. And it spooked me on no slides for a second. Like I still do them, but definitely not as good as I was doing them. So I want to be able to get that back right. So yeah. Yeah, let's see. Shorter wheelbase for sure. It's going to turn and pop a lot faster. Super sick. And if that is the case and I end up liking the shorter wheelbase, it looks like I'll be searching for Meow decks going forward, which honestly, I think a shorter board could actually be beneficial for me because I'm used to skating like reels and stuff like that. Those are generally very long boards. And I always knew that there was some type of difference between board lengths, but nobody ever really talks about them too much. So I might have to do a video on that, like go actually pick up boards that are different in length that are like actually noticeable. This is noticeable, but like in a good way. Like I'm actually kind of hyped that this is smaller, or yeah, this is ever so slightly shorter, and it's not shorter by like an insane amount. Like it's not like a child's deck, but like the fact that it's shorter is pretty dope. We'll see. We'll see how I end up feeling about it in the long run, though, because I might end up hating it. Who knows? But that's why I also have a spare to the spare. Let's see. Sean Jordan's nose blunt on quarters, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. I wish I could nose blunt. I'm scared of trying that trick. My fear is that like I'm gonna not fully commit, or like I'm gonna lose my front foot going into the nose blunt. So my foot's just gonna be wherever the ledge or rail is, while my other foot's just throwing the board away, and I'm just gonna slide down and get stuck on the ground and just eat the skate park and become one with the skate park, honestly. And that's just me that's just me going wild with like what could possibly happen. Honestly, I'd probably just miss it and just roll off the ground or something, honestly. Worst comes to worst, I may hit the ledge. Hopefully I don't ever. I have tried front blunts before and I've slid one before, but that trick is difficult to get out of. And going to fakie I thought would be simple until I landed back on the board and it immediately shot me to the ground. And I noticed when I looked up that my head was so close to the ledge. So I want to get a little bit more control before I try front blunts and nose blunts again, to be honest. And I think it's simply because I think if I had front boards better and back boards better, then I could work with those two tricks a little bit better. And also learning front lips for real. Like if I get front lips and all that stuff, like if I can get the board sides down and under wraps, then I feel like I'd feel better about doing nose blunts and all that. Because if I undershoot and they go into those tricks and I know how to save myself, and I also have a general idea of how to slide and escape any problems. So we'll work on that too. Let's see. Sounds like Swiss ceramics. Dude, I don't know. Bronsons are just really solid bearings. And I haven't felt this way about bearings in a minute. I always hated reds and super reds and bones red. Like that whole entire like bearing combo or whatever, I really dislike it. I've always broken a pair of regular reds, super reds. The marbles eventually come out on me, or the bearings just get terrible. And the bone Swiss ceramics are just mad expensive, and they don't last me that long either. So I was always used to switching out bearings every like 2 to 3 months, and it was like regardless of if I cleaned it or not, they always fell apart on me. So I hated doing those. On delay were decent, but they didn't really roll the way I like them to for that long. Shake jump bearings are okay. I don't remember them enticing, like being like, oh yeah, these are sick, I need to always get these, or not. Like they're just kind of like okay. The cheap shot bearings by Spitfire, they're cheap shots, so you kind of get the idea. Apex 7 metal bearings, never again. No more metal no more metal case bearings, because I noticed that any type of moisture that comes to it automatically makes them rust, and that's it. It's GG's for them, for that or whatever. So yeah, Bronsons have been my favorite. Even like the standard Bronsons, I like a lot more than the average bearing. They just, I don't know if they even do anything different, to be honest, but I haven't had any serious issues with Bronson at all, so that's pretty dope. Let's see. Love the Stage 11 Indy standards. Oh man, I used to be a huge fan of independent trucks and Nessus, because like in Georgia, that's like the standard truck to skate out there. Like you always find a pair of Indies no matter what's going on with Thunder, Crux, Venture and all these other skate brands, you will always find a pair of indies. And I feel like it's kind of universal at skate shops because I think independent trucks are still the number one skated truck company. I do know they last the longest too. So like I mean I can't even be mad about it. I've had a bunch of pairs of independent trucks, and it's funny because I never ever completely destroyed a pair. I always give them away to somebody, and that normally happens because I'm still experimenting with board sizes. So when I like feel real confident about okay, I'm skating this 8.5, I'll skate the 8.5 and give away like let's say I was just skating 8.25, I'll give away that setup pretty much altogether. And I'll be like, no, I want to go back down to 8.25. Realize I don't have 8.25 trucks. Go get the 8.25 trucks and all that stuff to match my 8.25 board. And I'll be like, no, I love 8.25 again, and do the same thing with the 8.5 stuff. And it's a mess. I have problems. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Are the stage 11s light? I don't feel like the stage 11s are that light. Like maybe this is me. I don't think the stage 11 indies are that light. They have been getting lighter though, because I remember indies being like stupid heavy, and they've definitely gotten better. So maybe they are. Maybe they are better. Oh man, I appreciate it. I really do like this setup a lot. I think this is a really good end of the year setup. Hopefully, it makes it to the end of the year. If not, I mean it's okay. But I really do like this setup, and something about the earth being in the middle of that deck. I don't know. It gives me a little bit of symbolism. Like not like I'm doing something right per se, but like I just like the fact that it's there. It makes me smile looking at it. Especially being the fact that it's not the best drawn planet, but I think that's like the idea that they're going for. Like I don't think they're trying to make this like the best drawn planet Earth ever. So it just makes me smile because it kind of looks like something I would have done like the first or second grade, like drawing or something like that. So it kind of like gets the kid in me kind of like sparked up, makes my heart warm. So that's dope. Let's see. Short boards are great, especially for ledges. That is awesome because ledges are my favorite thing to skate next to a pyramid. So let's go. Yes. I like the quasi shapes on PS sticks. I've never actually skated a quasi board. For some reason, shape boards kind of spook me because it just looks so odd to me. Like it is literally just because of the look. Like I know that those boards skate great because they sell, but like board companies like Quasi and Welcome and stuff like that. Like I don't know what it is, but the fact that you could have a board and like Andy Anderson's decks, like the fact that your boards can have angles and stuff versus it just being round, spook me. Like they're probably gonna be a nightmare I have. Like somebody's gonna give me a shaped deck for Christmas, and I'm just gonna be like yelling at the sky while they're like laughing all maniacally next to me or something like that. Like that's how I feel about shaped decks. And it's exactly like that's a lot, but like it. That's how I feel about shaped decks, man. It's weird. They're weird. They're cool though. Like and people skate really good with them. But man, they're weird. I don't know. They strange me out, man. Kind of like have you guys ever seen those trucks? And it used to freak me out so much as a kid. Did you ever seen those trucks that have like the triangle like shape at the? I think it's at the back or the side or whatever. Like they weren't like normal rectangles for those trucks. It was like triangles, maybe for like mirrors or windows. I forgot why they used them, but they freaked me the hell out when I was a child. Like bad. I would like see what I thought was a normal truck, and then that shit turns and it's a truck. Like, we're getting too far into it. Anywho, that shape decks freaked me out. They were weird. Let's see. So that's dope. And then longer boards are good for transition. I believe that. So what you're saying is no rock to fakies. Gotcha. I don't really like skating transition like that anyway. Like I like being able to just pump around and go fast. But that's kind of a rarity for me. And most times pumping around and go fast just leads to me slipping out and being on the transition. Just another relic at the skate park. Or just another obstacle to skate over, you know? Gons has a YouTube. Gons is YouTube. Wait, Gons has a YouTube channel? What? That's sick. Did not know that. Let's see where he shows how to learn nose blunts. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna check that out after this video, actually. Heck yeah. Gons was inventing nose blunts back in '89. Holy crap, dude. I know Gons is a legend, but damn. Thinking about the fact that people were like for real skateboarding every day, and I wasn't even conceived yet. Like I wasn't even a thought yet. I'm pretty sure my mom is in like middle school, maybe? That's crazy. Damn. Yeah, my mom would have had to be in middle school because I was born in 98. And she would have gone into high school in 94-ish? No, it had been 93, actually. Because she had to do one more year when she moved to the States. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, it had been 93. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, my mom was in middle school when Gonza's doing nose blunts everywhere. That's kind of wild. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, also to give you guys some more context, I'm skating the Frankie Valainis. They're somewhere out there in the living room. I don't feel like going to get them. I actually just feel like going to bed now. So I'm skating the Frankie Valainis in black and white right now. I will be doing a review of the Tom Knox 600 and the Asics Vic NBD. Those are the two most recent shoes I was skating before the Valainis. I'm glad I have the Valainis though, because I kind of wanted just a thinner vulcanized shoe that was still a mid-top to skate around before a pair of beauties eventually dropped by New Balance. Because if you guys don't know, I'm a really big fan of what New Balance has been doing lately. They're kind of just crushing the skate game right now, and I personally do believe that they are putting a lot more thought into their skate shoes than they have in the past, and it's showing because I'm really liking a lot of shoes that they've been putting out lately. So if that doesn't give you context on how I feel about the Tom Knox 600, I don't know what will. But I'm going to go on ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for chilling with me and watching me set up this deck, because I know that took forever. And it probably should have taken less than 30 minutes. And I'm pretty sure we've been in here for more than an hour now. So, with that being said, like always, make today your day. It's J Skate Day. And I will catch you guys in the next one. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do more like live videos and stuff like that. I'll try to make an announcement before I go live, whether it be on Instagram or here or whatever. If you guys just want to kick back, chat, catch up, all that good stuff. We'll make that happen if that's what you guys want. And that's pretty much it. I do have a video dropping tomorrow at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm thinking Arizona is in this mountain time now. It was Pacific Standard, but now they're an hour behind us, and East Coast is 2 hours ahead. This whole thing's a mess. So 2 p.m. I'm gonna put a countdown on my Instagram at JSkateDay. So if you guys want to keep up with that, so you know when the video is going to drop, you will be able to follow that countdown there. And I will try to have a video out every Sunday at 2 p.m. We're going to really try and see how this works, because it kind of works against my overnight schedule, but I really want to give you guys a specific day and time you can come to my channel and see something new. That doesn't mean I won't upload throughout the day, like throughout the week, different videos, but I will try to make sure that every Sunday has some form of video by that time. Until I can't do it. And of course I'll let you guys know if it becomes too hard. So until then, that is when I'll be uploading next. New video drops 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday. So be there, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. I'll do more live videos just for you, Jay. Just for you. If you're still here, I'll do more live videos, because Jay asked, and I'm also Jay, so there's like a special bond between the Jays that we have here. So if one Jay says something to another Jay, it just kind of works out better that way. So Jay has spoken for the viewers. There will be more lives coming soon. Peace out, guys. Much love.